Could you please tell me how I can get to the student dorm building?
Sure. Turn left when you walk out of this register office, past the bookstore, and you'll see it. We couldn't ask for a better day, could we, Barbara?
I know, Steve. There isn't a cloud in the sky. I love this time of year.
Me too. The flowers are beautiful, but calling for rain, though. We got any plans this weekend?
We might start with our vegetable garden, then the barbecue.
Sounds fun, but I still want to go fishing with George. Lisa, I saw Jack this morning.
You mean the former designer of our company? What's he doing these days?
He said he's got a new job as an art reporter.
Do you often go to the student union, Andrew?
Pretty much. Once in a while, I meet friends there, and I spend a lot of time organizing activities in different clubs or associations.
What do you think, Terry?
Well, it has one more bedroom than the last flat, and the sitting room is big.
But there is not enough cupboard space in the kitchen.
It's cheaper than the last one we saw, and it is in a good neighborhood.
Well, maybe we'll have to see if the agent has anything else to show us.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson, for what you've shared with our listeners. Now, please tell us, do you sometimes feel worried about your daughter now that she's grown up?
Oh, I worry about her like all parents do. After she graduated from medical school, she went to volunteer medical service in Africa.
Wow.
That's okay if communication was fine, but if there was no internet or telephone connection, we could sometimes go 2 weeks without getting in touch with each other. That often worries me. Now, sell yourself in a minute, please.
I graduated from university 2 years ago and have since been working in an accounting company. Apart from the knowledge and skills related to my major, I'm really good with computers. I have a large amount of experience working with big data. I think I'm well qualified for the accountant position here.
Good. Why did you choose this company?
Peterson has been my dream company all along. You value progress and focus on the quality of work more than the quantity. The flexible working hours and working from home is also attractive.
Uh-huh. What do you think is your biggest weakness?
Well, when I work, I often concentrate so much on what I'm doing that I may have a hard time dealing with things that come up unexpectedly. That may be annoying to some people.
All right. Thank you very much. So, Robert, I guess you must be well into your 3rd decade as a writer. How is life treating you?
4th decade as a writer. Let me get my calculator out. Well, I guess I've been writing novels since the 1980s. So you're right. But I have been writing all my life. And to answer your question, life has been treating me excellently.
Can I ask you about your childhood? Were you a bookish child?
In a strange way, I was a non-reader until I turned 9. I used to play basketball in the schoolyards of Brooklyn. My father was a high school teacher of physics and chemistry, and he was a big reader. He would bring books back from his high school library. One day, I read the last chapter of a book, the title of which I've long since forgotten. I liked it so much that I started reading the remainder. Interestingly, I read the chapters backwards until I got to the beginning. I really loved the experience, and I soon became an eager reader. Then my father would bring piles of books home from the library, and I would read them all. And they were all fiction. I must add that I started reading the books from the start, as opposed to working backwards.